Ultra rare and most valuable 1994 D Washington $quarter coin, error value worth big money. The 1994 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, and it features the iconic George Washington portrait on the front, along with a bald eagle on the reverse side. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds like any other quarter I've seen. And you'd be right, over 1.6 billion of these were made. But here's the twist. Not all of these 1994 D quarters are created equal. While the majority of 1994 D quarters are simply worth 25 cents, the face value, there are rare errors that make certain coins from this year worth far more than that. Some of these errors can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into an absolute goldmine. So, how do you find them, and what kind of errors should you be looking for? Let's dive right in and talk about the top error coins that can make your 1994 D Washington quarter worth serious cash. First, let's talk about the off-center strike. This error happens when the planchet, or the blank metal disc used to strike the coin, is not properly aligned with the die. As a result, the coin's design ends up being misaligned or even partially cut off. You might find that part of George Washington's face or the eagle on the reverse is missing or off-center. Now, this is where things get interesting. Off-center strikes are one of the most popular and highly prized errors among collectors. If you find a 1994 D Washington quarter with a misaligned design, it's not just a quirky mistake, it's a rare collectible. Off-center strikes come in many forms, from slightly misaligned to severely off-center, where the coin might look like it's been cut off at the edge. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin can be. A quarter with a slight misalignment might fetch anywhere from $100 to $200, but if the design is seriously off-center, that's where the big bucks come in. These coins can sell for $1,000 or more depending on the severity and the condition of the coin. So, definitely keep your eyes peeled for this one. Next up, let's talk about the double die error. This is one of the most exciting errors in the world of coin collecting. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, and the second strike is slightly misaligned. As a result, you end up with a doubled image on the coin, particularly on the date or the letters. Take a look at this, notice how the date is doubled. That's a clear double die error. These errors can occur in various areas of the coin, but the date and the letters are usually the most noticeable. If you find a 1994 D Washington quarter with this type of error, you could be holding onto a piece of numismatic history. The value of a double die error can range anywhere from $100 to $500, but if the doubling is bold and prominent, it could push the coin's value up to $1,000 or more. Moving on, we have die cracks. Now, die cracks aren't as dramatic as off-center strikes or double die errors, but they can still be valuable, especially if they're noticeable and prominent. A die crack happens when there's a crack in the die used to strike the coin, and that crack transfers onto the coin itself. So, you'll see raised lines or cracks running through the design, often around the portrait of George Washington or the lettering. Die cracks on a 1994 D Washington quarter can be small, barely noticeable, or they can run right through the design, creating a distinctive line across the coin. While die cracks usually don't add a ton of value, they're still collectible, especially if the crack is located in a key area like the portrait or the eagle. Coins with prominent die cracks can be worth anywhere from $50 to $100, but if the crack is large and really stands out, collectors may pay more. Another error you'll want to look out for is the clipped planchet error. This is one of the more dramatic errors that can occur during the minting process. A clipped planchet happens when part of the metal blank used to make the coin is missing or cut off before it's struck by the die. The result is a clipped edge, a portion of the coin is actually missing. Look at this coin here, see how the edge is clipped off. That's a clipped planchet error, and these are rare and highly desirable among collectors. A 1994 D Washington quarter with this kind of error can be worth a few $100s at least. The value depends on how much of the coin is clipped, and the larger the clip, the more valuable it becomes. Coins with larger clips can sell for $500 to $1,000, or even more, depending on the condition of the coin. Alright, now that we know the major error types, let's talk about how you can grade these coins. Grading is an essential part of determining the value of any coin, and that goes for error coins as well. A coin's condition plays a huge role in how much it's worth. A 1994 D Washington quarter that's in mint state, meaning it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, is going to be worth far more than one that's worn down from circulation. If you find a 1994 D Washington quarter with any of the errors we've discussed, and it's in high-grade condition, you could be looking at a valuable coin. Coins that are graded as MS-65 or above can command a premium price. If you have a coin in uncirculated condition with a notable error, it could be worth a lot more than its face value. So, here's what you need to do if you think you've got one of these rare error coins. First, examine the coin carefully. Look for the off-center strike, doubled images, die cracks, or clipped edges. Use a magnifying glass to get a better view of the finer details. Then, check the coin's grade. If it's in great condition, that could really increase its value. And finally, consider getting your coin professionally graded by a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services will authenticate your coin and assign a grade, which will help you determine its market value. You'd be amazed at how much more your coin can be worth when it's graded and properly certified. Alright, coin enthusiasts, that wraps up today's deep dive into the ultra-rare and most valuable 1994 D Washington $quarter coins with high errors. If you've got one of these, it could be your ticket to a serious payday. So, take a good look. Through your change, check those quarters carefully, and keep hunting for those hidden gems. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more coin tips and collecting advice. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep collecting and keep discovering the hidden value in your coins.